here, hit that thumbs up for us. Let us know if you see us and do you have a picture. How's the sound? How is the video? Stacked micros. Medium clothes bags. Vehicle med bags. Fanny packs. XL fupas. Standard fupas also. Danglers. Mass casualty aid bags. That's what those look like inside. Vehicle med bags here. Brad Barr, what's up? James F. Isaac Barrett, how are you? I'm seeing 16 online, 8 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up for us, guys. Help push that algorithm out. Let people know the video's here. Tool bags. Got your first boot bag. Nice, nice. Michael Loveday, what's up? Chris Hall, Eagle, Chase Peoples, AJ. John Kiri, what's up? Benjamin Vance. Doug, how are you? Warlike, Don Stinson. Don, what's up, man? It's the Santa Cock Factory. You guys seen these 1 pound propanes? Are coming in 4-packs now. Well, they have 2-packs. But you save, I think you save $1 or $2 if you buy the 4-pack. Walmart's got them. Big Lou, what up? Chase starts jujitsu. Fucking, that's awesome, man. That's really good. Large clothes bags right there. Large clothes bags. Typhon Toxic. Nalgene bottle koozies. These are tool aprons. Loco, what's up? Rural, what's up? Finally got a notification. That's what I'm talking about, guys. There's 41 of you on here and only 28 thumbs up. Vehicle visor covers. Any of you guys have those? Flat packs right here. Tool apron for detailing cars, right on. 4-packs last night, nice. Geneva, Switzerland, anytime soon. Yeah, what is that? It looks like Stargate, huh? Black vehicle visor covers. Coyote vehicle visor covers. Does the freezing weather affect the viability of chicken eggs? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know about that. Freezing weather will crack your chicken eggs if you don't do something or collect them quickly. Don't bring 6-mags to a 12-mag fight. Right on, Draven. White. While cleaning my garage this afternoon, I found that a rat destroyed a bunch of my SOE gear that I had in a box. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. You gotta keep them in plastic boxes or something. Start fighting those rats, man. Get that poison out. Get those traps out. Any tips to make your visor keep items better? I don't know. Ask that a different way. What are you asking? Toyota and Dodge have it. Nice, nice. Glenn Young, what up? Radio Made Easy, what's up? So these loops run vertical and horizontal. So if it's not holding your item, put the item the other way. And what is it that it's not holding? I'm not sure that I'm understanding your question. Pack Perspective, what's up? Heard the visor cover holds 12 mags, just saying. Items fall out of my last visor cover from another brand. Oh, I don't have a clue, man. It's made shitty. I've had visor covers in some of my vehicles for 20 years, man. I haven't had any of those issues. And I mean, what are you putting in there that's falling out of there also? It's not meant to hold pistol mags and shit. If you're going down a dirty, a bumpy road or something, stuff could work out of there possibly. I would think that if you have stuff heavy enough to fall out of those loops in the visor cover, it's also heavy enough to pull your visor down. Billy Magnum, what's up? Went up and down the East Coast last 3 months. Endless crack ghetto after crack ghetto. West Coast is the same. Also, it's amazing to me that places that are not crack ghettos secretly exist. Interesting. Phone is dying. I'm out. I'm doing comic business. Right on. Asked on. Yeah, you don't send those emails. Don't go to me, man. If you're going to register for Homestead Apprentice, you have to do that at homesteadapprentice.com. And you don't send us videos that are already on YouTube. You have to make a video, which is an application and resume of sorts, as to why you want to come to Homestead Apprentice and why you should be selected for Homestead Apprentice. Sending me links from videos that have been on YouTube for years that I don't have anything to do with your selection to Homestead Apprentice. I will when they're compiled and it's time to pick the selections, but there's a website specifically for that, and I do not run that. Risky, what's up, man? How are you? Love the visor cover's most used SOE item other than the wallet. Anyone headed to Fort Smith for the Ruck with Bear? When is that? SOE visor cover. Evan, what's up? Evan Roach. Ordered 2 visor covers, 1 for personal truck, 1 for work truck. Always completed it. I did 3 minutes. If you need longer, I'll do it. Skylo, it has nothing to do with me, buddy. Josh, what's up, man? How are you? Mr. Greg. DJ Goosey. Any of you guys want 6x9, not 6x9, any of you guys want NSW admin pouches? Zach, I saw people posting, why is my water brown? Scott Taylor, what's up? To answer your question from yesterday, our Sequoia is a 2013. Absolutely love it. Used and abused. Nice, man. Nice. How did you choose the thread you use on the bags? I assume some military grade products. No, it's what all the guys used that were building gear. Eagle and London Bridge, and then Blackhawk were using 69. I don't know when it stopped being 69 and became 70, but it is all 70. You have some companies that popped up after us and used a larger thread. The larger thread does not seat down into the material, and it doesn't actually tension properly. The grain of the material is not large enough to need a bigger thread. So you have companies that popped up using larger thread, and their marketing, their advertising was, we use bigger thread. Bigger thread set on top of the material, and when you abraded against it, it actually cut it, and their shit fell apart faster. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about is really what it comes down to. Yeah, 69 is too sexy. Danny, what's up? Big Uso, what's up? Six by nine. We don't. Yeah, don't order 6x9 admins, guys. We don't have them. I don't know that we're going to make them. Maybe NSW admins we will run. The 6x9 admins were not a good seller. They did not move. We built them for a specific unit. They ordered like 18 of them, and when we built them, they always trickled out. They don't move well. Milwaukee blower for Christmas. Did you get the single or the double battery? Everything I've heard is it's awesome, and it eats batteries super fast. That's why they've come out with that dual fuel one. My bad. No worries, Josh. No worries. Danny, what's up? I'd love to get a hammer strength set of lay pull downs and press. I'd love to get a hammer strength set of low pull. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Robert. Hammer strength of low pull and press. Nice, Jim. I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me specifically what you want. I probably know where it is available. You're going to pay about $2,600 a piece for this right now, depending on color. If you don't mind like the older gray stuff, you can get that. You find that a lot easier. We have an old M18 single battery blower, and it's always thought it was great. Yeah, I'm sure it is, man. I'm sure it is great. Baofeng, that's right, Baofeng. Lat pull, you want a lat pull. So you want a high pull or a low pull? There's a front, there's a low pull, there's that one, and then they also have a reverse high pull, which is kind of in front of you. And that reverse high pull, you can get that with a chest press on the other side. You see those combos more than you see them as singles. M18 blower lasts 12 minutes on high setting, 5 amp battery. The black multicam walls, yeah, I'm very pleased. I eventually we will actually, I thought I wanted this woodland and the multicam, and I actually don't like it at all. Eventually we will one day take that down and put multicam up, which will actually be a multi-day process. Haas G, what up? 12 minutes on high setting. Steel backpack blower runs all day. So does my Husqvarna. But it's gas, man. The fucking handheld blower, I use the handheld blower way more than I use my backpack blower. High pull for sure, and I'm decent CrossFit style home gym. Only strength training. Right on. Any opinions on good generators with dual gasoline propane tanks? Looking around 1,000 to 2,000. Yeah, get a Honda, man. Everybody else's ad and marketing campaigns are, we are as good as Honda. Get a Honda. You're going to save a few dollars by not getting a Honda. If you're fucking hard-headed or just dumb, buy something else. If you're going to buy something else, not that the others aren't good. There's plenty of dudes recommending all kinds of shit. The Predator generators are fucking good. Harbor Freight's got a couple of dual fuel generators when you can find them. Honda, there's a ton of dual fuel generators for Honda. And Honda's not making those, I don't believe. I believe there's a couple companies that are dual fueling them. And they're gasoline, and they will run propane and natural gas. Some of them are like tri-fuel. And while I'm telling you guys Hondas, there's a Honda, there's a Honda, there's a clone of a Honda on the bottom. I've got 3 more Honda generators also. Use that multicam and make an 8 mag in this dude. It's got holes in it. It's got holes drilled through it. And like you've capped yourself at a price tag on your generator. What size generator do you want? Man, these dogs are going crazy, howling. I don't know why. Would you be better off with 2 1000s, or would you be better off with 1 2000? I use the 1000s, and it does. I mean, short of running like a refrigerator or something with a big compressor startup, like the 1000s will run. You'd be amazed at what you can run off of those things. And those Hondas also, they have an eco mode, so they run super quiet. They will run at a reduced RPM, very quiet at night. Yeah, always get a bigger generator, but not a giant generator, right? You're actually going to fuck your generator up if you're running a little tiny shit off a 7K generator, depending on the generator. And your job site generators are super loud, and they're going to fucking eat gas also. But more importantly, they're super loud, and you're going to hear them before you even get near your property with those frame generators. They're very, very loud. Chris Watkins, what's up? Your dog's howling at the full moon. Toy Town, what's up? Looking to run my refrigerator and some appliances when necessary. Yeah, get you a 2000 or something. You can get a 6K, 7K, which they consider to be a whole house. Now, you're not going to run all your shit, right? When the power goes out and that generator kicks on, you're going to run your refrigerator, your freezer perhaps, and just the things you need. You're going to turn everything else off. And you can run anything that produces heat from electricity takes a ton of electricity. So I wouldn't be running my microwave and my stove. You totally could on a 6K house generator like that, like a pad mounted generator or something. I could do it with the 7000, but you'd be better off just running on propane at that point. Do you really need to, when your power is off like that, do you really need to be cooking meals and shit? You're just going to be barbecuing, right? Just use your barbecue grill. 10K for whole house. Yeah, they used to say 6 or 7. I could get by with 6 or 7 because I'm not running a blow dryer, a microwave, the refrigerator, the freezer. Like, we ran off of a 1000. We were out of power for 9 days. We ran a chest freezer and a dual door fridge freezer, and I just didn't run them both at the same time. I would switch the plugs every 4 or 5 hours. Honda 2000 runs about 10 hours on a minimal load when running lights and equipment on electric jobs. Yeah, Generac. 9200 Generac at Costco for $1,200. Seemed legit. That seems really inexpensive, man. You're usually $5-6 grand for, unless Generac has like a portable or something that you're talking about. Enjoy a 40-gallon hot shower. Run off propane, man. Use a pre-solar heater that preheats that water. That'll help a lot too. Your local tweakers sell generators. Yeah, but those won't have any copper in them. I wouldn't get any of the generators from Costco. I have a couple Costco generators that are like the Honda 2000 clones. We haven't had any issues with them. When you take them out of the box, there was nothing on the box that said, hey, motherfucker, there's no oil in here. But when you took them out of the box, there was no oil in there. If you plan on running a well, you'll need a 5000. There you go. Does that go for any well? Four chest freezers in the garage, 2 air units, and the rest of the farm. So 30K is perfect. Would you go with 30K or would you go with 3 individual 10s at that point? Is it all fed through one box? Joel had some kind of catastrophic issue with his big Predator at SRF. I see them on a lot of food trucks. Interesting. I didn't know that. You can get military diesel generators. I see those on food trucks. We talked to a dude that had a school bus converted into a food truck in Jackson a few months back. And he had a nice military. It looked very clean, very brand new. He said he bought it. I think he said he paid $1,600 for it. And it was a pretty good size. It was on a rack on the back of the bus. You'll see Predator generators go bad so much the motor. Interesting. And Predator generators are coming from where? They come from Harbor Freight sells Predator. I think Northern Tool also sells them. Main power comes in at one service and then splits out to the garage and barns. Joel borrowed a generator from Tim, the toolman. Always wondered if it would be good to run a house on 12-volt voltage parallel to normal AC. That way you can run high efficient minimum lighting and appliances. Well, you still could though, right? Even if you're running all your normal, even if you had all your shit normal, wired normal, and you're running that generator, don't run your lighting off of there if you don't need to. Just run, like I have portable lanterns that will light everything we need to light. Stay clever, what up? They released an updated version, so it should be good again. Predator at Harbor Freight. Loads of mill generators have stupid low run times. Yeah, if you just look up Generac or job site, look up what would you look up? Commercial generator, right? You can get those big, huge hospital, police station behind Walmart generators. They pull them out all the time. They have super low run hours. Same with the generators that are running all the cell towers. There's 5 throat goats on IG. I have no idea, man. It's going to be a dude. 1,200 for Generac 9K. Interesting. So that's like a portable. That's not a house. That's not a pad mount one, right? That's going to be a gasoline, probably not propane or natural gas. Kind of regret not getting the Honda from the start. And there's something to be said too. If you go to your Honda dealer, they will have already prepped that thing. They'll have gone through it. They'll have a service schedule for you. You can take it in. They'll even do your services. You might pay a little more buying it from a Honda shop. You can get them. You can save money getting them somewhere else, but you do get good support from Honda, from a dealer. Throat goat is the leading candidate for Homestead Apprentice. Saw a video of a guy that bought a mobile 20,000 K solar diesel trailer generator, $7,000 on an online auction. I saw that too. Where did I see that at? 12.5 is a pad propane generator. Portable, will accept dual fuel. Cool. Have extra oil, spark plugs, air filters on hand. Well, long term, what is long term shit hit the fan too, right? What is that? Gauge pull-out trays, OD and Coyote sitting up there. Need a motorcycle bag for a laptop and lunch. Mini pack or day pack. Day pack. Mini pack's tiny, man. It's small. .5 horsepower well motor to start will take 4,500 kilowatts. Surge, then run approximately 12. Toiletry bags in IX? No, I don't see any. Are you the guy that ordered it in IX the other day when I went to pull the order and didn't have it? tool roll up be capable of holding a pair of 18-inch bolt cutters? Fuck no. No. Not at all, man. Spare pull cord for your generator. Can you not just put 550 cord in there or a different type of cord? Purple clothing bag with toxic stitching. Probably not. No time soon. We've got a ton of orders that we're building right now. I don't even know what I've got for purple right now. Tool apron to hold and acetylene torch setup? No. No. You got purple there. I feel like I got a good deal after hearing the guy got a 20 kilowatt for 7. Yeah, long term shit hit the fan. You won't want to run a generator except emergencies. That's why I have the solar stuff. Like I've got the Blue Eddy stuff just with the idea that I can charge rechargeable batteries, right? Long term shit hit the fan. You're not running electricity like that. You're going to run everything on 12 volt. I mean, some stuff, I mean, people have different plans and shit, but going to use it for charging batteries and shit hit the fan scenario so it won't be running full time. Oh yeah, so use it to charge your battery bank when solar's not there or before you have your solar. Hopefully you will have solar by then. Recommendations to carry bolt cutters, preferably with a shoulder or carry handle. I don't have one. I don't have one. When you come up with something, let me know. You could put them in a hydro carrier. Look up breacher packs. There's a bunch of companies making them. We used to. They carry a Hooligan tool, sledgehammer, breacher, bolt cutter. Blackhawk had a bunch of tools that were titanium, non-sparkable. Their bolt cutters had folding handles. There's a lot of shit out there for that. Look up just breaching tools. Look up breaching backpack. You'll see guys that have fabbed them up to mount on Alice packs. You'll see backpacks that are actually specifically made for that. You'll see Broco torches, you know, oxygen torches and stuff. Tried 550 until I could find proper pull start cord. It didn't last long. I would suspect you could buy a roll of that pull cord stuff in bulk. Have some solar, but like you say, have enough property that people won't hear you, yeah. Transition to the Stone Age, exactly, man. Jose, what's up, man? You can buy a roll of it. Steel has it, if I remember correctly. Good info. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good to order tonight, guys. Any of you guys have stuff with a pull cord on it? Imagine the frustration when you can't get that cord and you need it. As long as you keep it away from rodents, I would think it would last forever. You can. You just need to know what size you need to keep on hand. "30 feet of 3 sizes from Farm and Fleet." Interesting. I don't like to use pull cords. I like to push the button. The battery's dead on my log splitter, so I pulled that cord probably 20, 30 times last week. DB Cooper, what's up? Also know I can get my steel stuff started with an impact driver. Sounds like a starter motor to me. Can you guys get your orders this weekend? Anybody receive anything Friday or Saturday? Roll up dump pouches. Always been a prepper survivalist, but you've given me a lot of guidance and direction in the short time we've been following. I've really been able to maximize my preparedness listening to y'all. Right on. Don't listen to me, man. Listen to all the other guys. Had at least 5 people at the range today compliment and ask about Halloween tool bag. Nice, nice. That's a tool bag light, right? That gypsy rack you have on your rig is serious business. Have you been unsuccessful in tracking one down? Stay clever. I had 3 of those. I had 3 of them. I had one on a Suburban, one on a Ford Explorer from some time, and then one on the Yukon. Now, they were set sideways, right? They're meant to go front to back on the Humvees. I mounted them sideways, and I could actually put 2 of them on some stuff. Those are, or they're meant to go sideways on the Humvee, and I put them front to back. They're badass. They took them off a bunch of Humvees when a bunch of units came back from Iraq in the first rotation. And they took them off and put them in the trash. And a dude pulled them out of the landfill that worked at Miramar Landfill, and he had them. I bought those things for like a couple $100 a piece. They're badass. Gypsy rack is there. Last I looked, they're still in business. Those racks are a few grand. Dr. House, what's up, Sherman? Do you think that x-ray machine still works? Is there anything radioactive inside it? Multicam black compact tear-off med pouches in stock. Probably not. Order one if you want one, we'll run it. We will not make them until somebody orders one. I'll go over here and look, though. Probably said 1,000 times. And what do you recommend to store ham radios in? You mean you're worried about EMP, right? Coronal mass ejection. Put them in Faraday bags. I like the silent SLNT. But if we're really having that conversation, right? You probably have an HF rig, don't you? So figure out how to make your room into a Faraday cage, or build a Faraday box or something larger. But for the temporary, you can order tonight. I bought every Faraday bag that was on Amazon. They all worked. We put phones in them. We tried to call them. You know what doesn't work that you always hear? You cannot put your phone in the microwave. When you call it, it still rings. It doesn't work. But the SLNT silent, those bags were the nicest. I do not have multicam black compact tear-offs. I've got Tropic, Woodland, Coyote, OD Green Black. If you want one in multicam black, place an order and we will run them and you will get one. If you don't order it, we're not going to run them. Yes, there is. There usually is in that stuff. A lot of guys get it, and then guys get it and try to do other stuff with it. Did we go over FUPAs in stock? What kind of FUPA? I make 3 of them. The standard size FUPA, I've got OD Green, I have Coyote, and I have a couple of multicam. In the XLs, I've got multicam and Coyote. In the danglers, I have gray. Recently spent 6 hours without power. 3 nephews under the age of 12. They thought their lives had ended. That's a trip, man. We used to be so excited when the power went off. That meant we didn't have to go to school. When the power went out, that meant candles and board games and snacks. SOE has cigar card case? Yeah, we sure do. Yeah. Regular FUPA for Glock 19? Absolutely, yeah. Yep. XL is for Glock 17. No, you can put a 17 in the standard FUPA too. XL just gives you a lot more room. I'm pretty sure, like you can put a Glock 21 in a standard FUPA. I'm pretty sure you can put a Desert Eagle, I think will fit in there, not properly in a holster. Down the generator rabbit hole. Isaac Barrett, what generator do you currently have? What do you have right now? How old are you? How many times have you had to use a generator to become the years that you are right now? The 1000 is very portable. Wife and kids can move it up the stairs, move it in and out of the car. It'll do a ton of shit. The 1000. The 2000 will do more shit. It's heavier. FUPA XL is for long slide. So the XL, yeah, it'll hold a Deagle, it'll hold a Mark 23. We actually made those. Originally, they were made for special boat units in the SEAL teams for the Mark 23 pistol, and it was just a chest pack. It's the exact same thing that we later made as a fanny pack. And all these FUPAs are fanny packs. They work awesome as a crossbody bag, and they all come with a set of shoulder straps so that you can use them as a chest pack. Champion 36, I'm 42, using it to put food on the table now. Gotcha, man. Honda, get you a Honda 2000. Honda makes that. I believe there's a 3500. There used to be a 4500. I have a 7000 or 7500. It's badass. They have them with Bluetooth and electric start and all kinds of shit. Just look to order more multicam black, hard to find, but could find webbing in that color. Thought it was odd. What are you talking about? You're looking for finished product, or you're looking for material? Temu, yeah, get you some Temu generators. You should do that. You should buy some Temu long-term survival storage food. Pet perspective. Caswell, what's up, man? Do you have hearing protection cases, multicam black available? I don't know. We did a couple days ago. I think we have Woodland. Buying material to build small pouches. Okay, Jesse, your ass out. The mill's not running it. It all comes from one place. They've been moving the date back over and over. There's multicam black padded hearing cases. They are now telling us February. It all comes from one place. I don't care where you're buying it, where you find it on the internet. They're listing it on the internet. When you go to buy it, they don't have it most of those places. Temu tourniquets, yeah. I go to Temu for cardiac surgeon reviews. That's where I'm looking. Neurosurgery. What up with the waves in California today and yesterday? TikTok is flooded with crazy waves. Yeah. Where's Pismo Beach? That's California also? The real question, guys, the real question is, how frequently do these waves happen in those locations? While they seem fucking crazy, and it looks like HARP or weather modification or whatever, if you look back in history at high flood rates like that, high wave state, How frequently does that happen? I would suspect that this is not just some like first time in history type of thing. Media will always report highest temperature and world record, but then when you look back 30 years, 40 years, 100 years ago, their temperatures were always even higher than this, than they are now. King tide happens every Christmas. Okay. Yeah, I'd heard that too. All those people that got washed away, all those people that got, hit by that wave. I saw a lot of people in the comments saying they've been warning about it for weeks. El Nino or something. Loved Pismo Beach as a kid. Every summer we were there for 2 weeks. Solstices, huge tide activities. Pismo, that's where bug bunny always went. Was it really? Typical an earthquake and ring of fire. Often, typically, an earthquake on ring of fire. Oh, that causes those? Got it. Art Bell, man, always talked about the ring of fire. David Hoagland was always on there talking about the ring of fire. Chechen combat gear from Temu. Is that on there? Is that really there? I've never looked at Temu. I've never looked at fucking anything. I've clicked on things, not even realizing it was Temu, and it always takes and it wants you to download the app, and it does that like pinwheel thing, and I've never looked at it. Wife was screaming about the ring of fire giving birth. Goals for 24, I don't know. Do everything we did this year, a lot more of it. Refine it, hone it, fine tune it, make it work better with less input, and then take the extra energy and put it into other shit. If you look back through the 14 years of history that I have been on YouTube, you won't find me profess any goals or New Year's resolutions or anything. I've never done it. When I worked in Maine, construction there was always super high and super low tide during Christmas. Super low tide has a special smell. I bet it does. I bet it does. It's going to be your next watch. I haven't bought any watches in forever, man. I rarely wear the ones that I have. Smells like your ex. You're the reason she smells like that. She's trying to keep your memory. Jesse's workshop. What's your watch gonna next one gonna be, man? What's your next watch? Sherman, did you ever have one of these tables? And why is all the medical equipment always like that Cold War green color? Was it like that color of paint wouldn't be affected by a nuclear explosion? Or why was it always that? It's not even avocado green, but it's like this color here. You gonna buy an Audemars? Fucking good for you, man. Like a Royal Oak or... Space lasers. Invicta. Got from my boss was nice. Thought about getting more, but the glass glass scratched while working outside, so it may not be good enough. Invictas are not a high-end brand. Skelton, I think that was his name. He got a ton of people to bring them in and be dealers and told everybody they were the next Rolex and shit. But they never had any value to them. They're sold at, I think Costco, Sam's Club sells them. Very big, robust-looking watch. But they are not, they're not a high-value, high-dollar watch. Loomtech holds its money. Loomtech's got their new watch is like $2,000 right now, that Combat. I have several of their Combats. Which are, automatic watches. Very pleased. They're known for their luminescent. They're very bright when you charge them with a light. I'm a Loomtech dealer. If you ever want a Loomtech, find the one that you want on their site. Send me a link to it. I'll get you quoted a price. We'll send you a payable invoice, and you will usually have your watch in 2 to 3 days. Yeah, Citizen. Those Eco Drives, man, you can't fucking beat that shit now. Every one of them's an Eco Drive that Citizen puts out. Garmin, right on. American vehicles suck. Well, most American vehicles aren't American. What vehicle are you looking at that's not American that you think does not suck? Like, what's your choices? Good outside working watch? Why do you need a watch outside? Buy a G-Shock, man. You're not going to be upset when something happens to it. Don't get chemical on it. You'll be fine. But I don't wear a watch outside. And even when I have a watch on, I still pull this up to see what time it is. Citizens like the Toyota watches. Yeah, man, I'll bet I got 24 Aqualands. I haven't even looked at them. I've got Aqualands that are so old that the band has become tacky. That rubber band has started to degrade. MVM&T watches. Nah, I've never heard of them, man. Just look at the sun. Just put a sundial on your wrist. My kid, when he was young, he's like, "Dad, did you ever wear one of those things that the sun moves the shadow on when you were a kid? Did you ever have one of those watches?" Beat the hell out of G-Shock Digital. Yep, analog for dress. G-Shock for years while I was pile driving. Dude, I had a Seiko Citizen. I had Timex. I had a Timex, just that $12 Timex from, I think mine came from like, we didn't even have a Walmart in San Diego. I had that thing strapped on a motorcycle on my triple clamps for years and years, man. It went through 4 or 5 bikes. Wear a G-Shock now because I want it to work. I want nice things. Forget to take them off. Yeah, that's a good example. Like, I have this in my pocket. We just came back from having dinner, and I just haven't pulled this out and put my other one on. That's the same thing I do with a watch. I've had several of my Hublots on and go moving through the shop and smack the shit out of them on the handles on the doors. Now it's never affected it. It's never been a problem, but you definitely don't want to do that. If I was going to go buy a watch right now, I would buy a Rolex. And every time Rolex comes up, there's always some turd that's like, they don't even keep good time. It doesn't matter if they keep good time. The dude saying that, he doesn't own anything near like a Rolex or better than a Rolex. He's not a buyer. His opinion doesn't count. Rolex holds its value. When I bought Mookie's Rolex, I think it was like 10 grand. That fucking watch, if you wanted to buy that watch, walk in right now, you'd be hard pressed to get it for 18, 20. Calls you crazy because I want to buy a $5,000 mountain bike. I have $5,000 mountain bikes. I've had $10,000 mountain bikes. You are crazy. You shouldn't buy any of that shit. You should move the fuck out of there, buy some property, and start a life. Rolex might not keep time over the years, but just keep accruing value. Yeah, holds value like a Toyota 4Runner. Toyota offered me, I think they offered me 10 grand more than the cost of my 4Runner a year after I bought it. Buy some chickens. Citizen Nighthawk. Yeah, I bought Cody a Citizen Nighthawk. Seiko makes some divers that are pretty badass. They're very hard to find. You have a lot of guys doing custom Seikos, which are easier to get a hold of because they buy the parts and put them together. I'm looking. Like here's what's in my drawer here. I took the strap off of this the other day and put it on something else. That's a Combat right there. Is that a Combat? No, yeah, that's a Combat B6. I had some watches the other day. I don't know where I put them. This is JP's custom wrist shop. He'll do all the hashtags for you. There's about 18 things you can choose. Like this winder right here. Do you want it gnarled or do you want it checkered? Do you want the crystal raised or do you want it flat? Do you want this dial right here? Super tight. Do you want this right here? You want those numbers flat, like matte, or do you want them all shiny? Anyways, that's JP's Custom Wrist Shop. He builds badass watches. That's my band that I put on there. And I've probably bought a dozen watches from him in the last year or so. 2 years maybe. And he's on Instagram. And then I have a Super Avenger sitting here. I wore this the other day. That's a black steel Super Avenger, Breitling. Canceled all luxury spending, and I'm focusing on funds on training and preps. Being Camden 24. Cool. Anthony. How big's your piece of property? Really hard to buy a Rolex from a dealer. You have to know a guy. You have to know a guy. Or know the dealer, right? When you walk into the Rolex dealer and you're like, I want a Submariner, I want a Deep Sea, or a Sea Dweller. They're like, we don't have one, I'll put you on the list. You can prepay it and, you know, put a deposit down. But we have these things. And when you buy one of those other lesser desired watches, then they will sell you the other one. You have to walk in there with somebody. Hublots held their value? I don't know. I haven't looked at the market. They still retail for the same. But if I took a $35,000 Hublot and wanted to sell it tomorrow, I mean, the ones I have, yeah, I probably could move them because they're sought after. They only made 1,000 pieces each of them, like the Red Magic, the Unico, carbon fiber Ferrari with the red crystal. Yeah, I could probably move those. I'd probably take, I don't know, a $5,000 loss on them maybe. But they haven't appreciated in price. I don't think they have. 6 acres, right on. All right, guys, I'm about to jump off of here. Last comments, questions, statements, anything you want to say, anything I missed that you would like addressed, any piece of gear you saw here that you'd like to see up closer. Old Jeeps, old value. Hublot only made 240 of yours. Got it. Yeah, it might not have been 1,000 on the others either. No, JP Custom Wrist Shop out of New York. JP Custom Wrist Shop, like wrist, like the between your forearm and your hand, wrist. Yeah, the big bangs. Everything everything I have are big bangs. Jeff drink more than 2 liters of Diet Pepsi a day? I don't think he does anymore. He's actually cut way back. There was a while there where he wasn't drinking any of it. What you might not know is Jeff goes to the gym every morning. Jeff's at the gym at 6 every morning, and Jeff does a ruck every evening. Jeff's working out twice a day. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Everybody have a good evening.